What's going on, YouTube members? This is Jason, the creator of Jason'sVideoGameSource.com, and today I want to do an off-the-cuff thoughts, impressions, whatever, on a game called The First Berserker, Khazan. It's a Souls-like. You people know, the community, you know about this game if you play Dark Souls, because you guys are all we're all kind of a little weird with the From Software Souls games. You know, there's gatekeeping, there's weirdness going on. You know, you gotta play it right, you gotta do this right. Anyways, Khazan is basically a Souls-like. It's like Demon Souls, Dark Souls. Far as I'm concerned, I started playing these type of games back in 2009 with Demon Souls on the PlayStation 3. So I got a lot of experience when it comes to these type of games. And it's not the only type of game. I play hundreds of different video games, so let's not make it like this is the only type of game I play. But I do have thousands and thousands of gameplay VODs of these type of games from Software and Souls-like, such as Thymesia and Natria. You know, the shitty Souls-like. Those are shitty Souls-like. They suck to me. Okay. Great Souls-likes are Lies of P. People consider Lies of P as the best Souls-like game that's not made by FromSoft. And they're probably right. I think it is. But right on his heels is this game called The First Berserker Khazan. To me, aside from it being too easy at first, the game takes a lot of information from parrying lowering stagger meters on enemies and causing massive damage, a la Sekiro. Shadows died twice by From Software. So basically, it's a parry blocking timing game where you want to lower the enemy's stagger meter. That's it. You do that, and there's ways of doing that. There's abilities you can use to replicate faster success, like reflection ability called reflection, where it's basically a true parry. If you could time that at the right time with the one of four various weapons you can use and pick up, it can almost negate the stagger meter. You can probably finish a boss doing that 2 or 3 times from the looks of it. I only been playing it for 3 hours. I think I got about 45 or 48 gameplay VODs right now of The First Berserker Khazan on my YouTube channel right now that you can watch. This gameplay is of the PlayStation 5 in performance mode. So far it's fun, but it seems kind of dragged with the setting right now. And the story is basically about you becoming one with like a phantom called a Blade Phantom. And after the first real hub area, you merge with them and you get a special ability, phantom abilities and stuff. There's side quests, there's main quests, there's NPCs. You like right now I'm in what's it called, the Forgotten Temple right now, and I met a bard NPC, like a fucker from the guy from The Witcher, basically. He's just playing music, and all of a sudden you meet this bard character, and there's a shop. So it has a lot of inspiration for exploration, like it does in Lies of P or the Dark Souls, Bloodborne, like that. Another thing, this is a fixed character. It's about Khazan. There's a story. I guess there's lore to it. I guess there's different types of media tied to The First Berserker. This is like from what I understand about it, is like he is basically like the first berserker, and he's Khazan. And I guess this tells a story. I haven't played that much, just a couple hours, but the timing windows, the iframes, the basic mechanics feel really good. Like it's up there with Lies of P. I don't think it's as good as the originals From Software titles, but it's really good. Like I would put Lies of P then Khazan right underneath it. It's really good. If you like Sekiro, where you gotta do the stagger meter gameplay sequences and stuff, that's what this basically is. It's basically stagger, counter, parry, whoop ass basically. I'm sure the game is gonna get a lot more difficult as I go through it. Skills, there's a lot of skills you can, the skills seem like they're kind of tied to weapons, but they're the same kind of skills. Like you got a big sword, a great sword, you got a dual wield set, you got a spear, but yeah, the move sets do feel and look and feel much differently than each other. but the skills are kind of like samey, if that makes sense, with abilities to lock with each different weapon class. As you can see here, there's different skills. There's bonfires, but it's like a Nexus blade or something. There's a bonfire there. If you play Dark Souls, you know what the bonfire is. It's basically where you go to upgrade your character, upgrade weapons and stuff. I haven't gotten to the blacksmith yet, but I've gotten items that alludes that there is a blacksmith in the game. Burst attack. So this is me playing against a bear. Basically, I was practicing counters. And I was basically fucking it up. I think I got one counter off in a sequence. But, you can actually practice in-game and record, and you see how that symbol is when you're supposed to do the actual counter. So this is early. I'm learning the game, having fun with it. As you can see, it really doesn't take off no damage that much playing it on the easy difficulty. And by the way, yes, I'm playing it on easy so I can make hundreds of gameplay videos really fast. But yeah, so far it's solid in a sense. The gameplay's solid. Okay, it's if you're not a Sekiro fan with the parrying system and the quick step, because keep in mind you can't jump in this. You can only quick step. You can only quick step. You can't roll dodge. You can't do none of that shit. 4 types of weapons. You got the dual wield. This is what axe and a sword in one hand, or both hands. And spear, a gray sword, and I forgot the last one. It's like one sword. It's like you hold one sword, but it's like a I don't know, falchion, or it's like something like that. Anyways, you can kind of tell it doesn't have a huge budget early on, but that's fine. I mean, these Souls-likes are Souls-likes. They're just trying to get their idea of the Dark Souls, or the From Software games, into their own shell and molding, I guess. Oh yeah. So the developer, I'm not even sure if I told you this. The name is. I'm not even gonna look at the box. Neeples. I think the developer is a South Korean developer named Neeples. I know. Sounds close. And it's published by Nexus. Now, Neeples is a South Korean developer, much like the Lies of P developer is. I don't know if it's in the water or what, but they seem to make the most polished gameplay Souls-likes that aren't From Software, in my opinion. Because, like I said, this feels just as good as Lies of P. Okay, now you might like Lies of P more for various reasons, and I told you I get that the games are different mechanically, gameplay wise, and obviously setting wise and stuff. But they do have a focused central, protagonist, so to speak, and stuff. But yeah, I like these games. God forbid I have enough time to actually beat this game, because I heard it's upwards of 40 hours to complete the main story. That's a big ass game, right? So, but I think that's about it with my off the cuff impressions, thoughts on the first couple hours of the first Berserker Khazan. If you got a second, make sure you check out Bobby Vegas Gaming. The links are in the description, and I'll just let this play a little bit. It shows the menu screens and some items, and you could set hotkeys and to various items. If you play the From Software, it's all the same shit, really. But it's good. It's a good game so far. In this particular quest, I'm basically doing a trial up a big frozen mountain for the 3 Bantu guys. And the 3 Bantu guys basically give you your first 3 class weapons. And this is like in the first hour of the game. So you basically unlock all the main weapons within the first hour, which I appreciate. You don't have to guess and shit. This is a linear path pretty much early in the game, where after you defeat the first boss, you do this trial and you get all the weapons, you meet some NPCs, you fight some different creatures and stuff. You get a great feel for the game. So I actually do like how Neeples designed this sequence early on in the game, so you get familiarized really good with the gameplay mechanics, the world and stuff. But like I said, if you been playing the From Software games for years, you'll just run through it pretty much. So But YouTube members, thank you for being a member. And this video is for you. Thanks. Peace.